I now recognize the chairman of the full committee, Mr. Comer from Kentucky, for 5 minutes of questions.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to talk about the vaccine approval process and some safety signals that were downplayed. Dr. Marks, Pfizer submitted their full approval application on May 18th, 2021, correct?
That's correct.
And January 18th, 2022 was the original required action due date, correct?
That's correct.
And you worked with Dr. Philip Krause and Dr. Marian Gruber on this, correct? Thank you. When Pfizer submitted the application, Dr. Krause and Dr. Gruber oversaw the approval process. According to documents and testimony, they believe they could and should approve the vaccine faster than 8 months. They proposed the end of October 2021. You, Dr. Marks, requested September 15th, 2021. They hesitated but obliged. You, Dr. Marks, then said you wanted it approved even faster than September 15th, but they declined. According to them, after they declined, you and former FDA Commissioner Janet Woodcock relieved them from the roles in the approval process. They said that they felt, quote, substantial pressure, unquote, from you to approve this vaccine faster than they thought was defensible. My question is, did anyone instruct you to speed up the approval timeline faster than September 15th, 2021?
Chair Comer, thank you for that question. I think it deserves an explanation, but what was going on during that summer that changed the situation was in the week ending July 10th of 2021, there were 1,645 deaths. In the week ending August 14th, there were 9,406 deaths. There were an increasing number of deaths from COVID-19, and there was clear knowledge that having an approved vaccine would help Americans feel more comfortable getting vaccinated. So we felt speeding up the vaccine approval process.
So let me interrupt. Did anyone instruct you, or is this just a decision you made on your own?
This was a decision that I had made on my own.
So why were you pressuring the doctors and then removing them from the approval process when they disagreed?
The approval process was one that was needed to move as rapidly as possible. One of the physicians...
Okay, we may go back to that. Do you recall any conversations regarding the need to approve the vaccines in order for it to then be mandated?
There was an acknowledgement that an approval could allow vaccine mandates to occur, but they were not conversations over that it were.
So Dr. Gruber wrote that you and Dr. Woodcock expressed your opinion that absent a license, states cannot require mandatory vaccination. Do you recall this conversation?
I don't know what you're referring to, but there's probably it's just a statement of fact that once you have a licensed vaccine, a mandate could be placed.
Do you recall why Dr. Gruber and Dr. Krause expressed concern about accelerating the approval of the vaccine?
They were concerned about the workload.
Okay. Dr. Gruber wrote that taking a thorough approach was important because of increasing evidence of association of this vaccine and development of myocarditis, especially in young men. Do you recall seeing safety signals regarding myocarditis in young men during this time?
Yes, there were safety signals known, and they were placed on the label. But Chair Comer,
let me finish. Did you ever have any conversations regarding the vaccine approval with the Department of Defense?
I can't recall any conversation directly with the Department of Defense.
Did anyone else at FDA have conversations regarding the vaccine approval with Department of Defense?
I can't speak to the conversation of others I'm just not aware of.
Did you express your desire to approve the vaccine by August 20th?
I did.
And it was ultimately approved on August 23rd, correct?
Correct.
And just for the record, the military mandate was issued on the 24th. And that is interesting timing.